Hey, my name's Mitchell. This is my Abyss Gray 130-inch wheelbase mid-roof Ford E-Transit. I'm making this video because I haven't seen anybody have a video of the E-Transit yet. Really, I've only seen reviews at like auto shows by some Ford rep who barely even understood the product, and I don't think really drove any EVs at all. I'm going to shoot a quick video about comparing my new Ford E-Transit to my old Sprinter. Sprinter's a 144-inch wheelbase, tall roof. I can stand up inside of there. I'm 6'1". You'll notice that the Mercedes is designed way better in the partition area, where the seats come flush with the back of the cab. So basically you get cargo all the way up to the back of the cab. I was able to fit 2 refrigerant racks in a 96-inch shelf. You can't see all my stuff because I've got all the boxes from my new flooring and the partition for the new van. So here's the new van. Kind of really disappointed with this Ranger Design partition. It eats up a ton of room. I am 6'1", 6 foot maybe. My seat position is nowhere near the back. You could recline and probably be 6'5" before it would justify losing as much shelving space as you lose with this partition. It is awful. Another thing that I'm pretty disappointed with is so the Ford, if you want to pop I park a lot in parking lots and I fold my doors back, and that's as far as you can get it to go. On the Sprinter, it'll fold the whole way back, flush with the side of the body of the van, and they could have done that on this side. I'm assuming on a long wheelbase that this is a 130-inch wheelbase mid-roof, and it doesn't fold back. It's just a poor design. One nice thing they did do is if you shut the doors in the wrong area, if you shut the doors incorrectly, this just bangs into the back instead of putting a dent in it, which I've done in my Sprinter by shutting the doors in the wrong order. I haven't got all my shelves in here yet. This is a floor, just not the factory floor. I was told that the Ford factory floor would be tough for sliding cargo. I guess we could get to driving it, which also has some nice points and some poor points. This is the charge spot is pretty neat. Okay, so agonizing things. I was shocked to find that a vehicle in today's day and age, this updated, still requires me to pull out the damn key, flip it out, and stick it in. And then not only do you have to turn it, you have to pretend to start it. And then you can reach this awful shifter. And it doesn't default to low, even though that's how you should probably be driving if you are driving a electric vehicle. I also have a Chevy Bolt, which I have learned to drive with a one-pedal driving, so you have to press that low button a first time every time you get into the vehicle. You can see I've only got 40 miles on it. I've put about 5 on it since the dealer dropped it off. The infotainment is awesome. It's really nice. Wireless Android Auto, I'm assuming also Apple CarPlay. Okay, from a driving perspective, it's not that great. I have a Chevy Bolt, and I'm used to instant torque, great power down low. For some reason, they've chosen to have like poor regeneration as you slow down, which frustrates me because I know that the Transits are known for eating up rear brakes. So you would think they would try to maximize regeneration to avoid going through brake pads and improving fuel economy, battery life, because you'd be recharging more if the brakes were stronger. So here I am slowing down, and I have to tap the brakes some to get to a complete stop, which is not common in most EVs that I've driven. Tesla Model 3, the Chevy Bolt, the stopping is great. Like, it's uses the battery heavily to slow down. And then another thing that I've noticed is when you get on it, like you stomp on it, it immediately should be at full power. It really seems to sandbag the acceleration. I don't know why. Maybe it's a fleet management thing enabled by default. I haven't, I mean, I'm assuming the dealer didn't put anything on there, but here I'm doing, what is it, 20, and I'll stab it. And you can see that I do not get 100% power, which is, I mean, it's not slow, but I would expect it to give me more juice down low right off the bat. And then again, I'm not on my brakes, but actually I'm able to make this turn barely. And then let's see if it'll give me full juice on the way up this on-ramp. No, so I'm getting 75% power, even though I've got, I mean, essentially a full tank, full charge, I should say. This one I did opt for the lane keeping assist, the blind spot notification, mostly so I could get the bumper color the same. And it does have adaptive cruise. I haven't played around with that yet. As I said, I've only had a few miles on the van. I mean, the braking, the regeneration isn't terrible. It's just way less than I would expect, and even especially down low, like I would want it to be just absolutely slowing down powerfully in this when I'm letting off the throttle, and you can see it is in low. I just, it's, to me, it just seems like it wasn't programmed very intuitively. Maybe they thought they were going to scare new EV drivers in this van, but I mean, I'm an owner-operator. I plan on driving this. This is going to be my vehicle. I'm going to shelve my Sprinter for my HVAC business. Is going to move to install because I put less miles on it, and diesel's $5 a gallon right now. Pretty stoked that I got this one. I did. I mean, it's just got some things that I think that Ford definitely dropped the ball. It's like, why isn't that a push-button start? I mean, what year is this? It's supposed to be 2022. Come on. I mean, the infotainment, the drivability is fantastic, though. Like the driving feel, I would say. Independent rear suspension, it's kind of nice feel. It's got this horrible buzzing whenever you hit the brake. I'm assuming it's some sort of vacuum assist or vacuum pump or something like that. But occasionally the dash buzzes in the right-hand side, which is very noticeable considering that there's no engine noise to hide that. So when you come to a complete stop, you pretty much only hear a slight hum from the HVAC. And then this... Let's see if I can get it to do it again. It sounds like air compressor off in the dash. It's kind of annoying, but I mean, again, you're going to hear more in a vehicle with this little road noise. I did opt for an aftermarket partition because I heard that the Ford one was pretty bad. But again, this one eats up a ton of space in the back, and it's not insulated at all. Unlike the Sprinter factory partition, which is basically makes that vehicle drive like it drives like a car. I mean, I barely hear stuff in the back. Once in a while, I'll have some tool turn on, or buzz, or maybe a nitrogen tank gets bumped open, and I hear some hissing in the back. But like, and I can pull over and address that. But like, I mean, it's very quiet in the back in the Sprinter, as opposed to anybody who puts in a aluminum partition or anything like that. I mean, those are extremely loud. Again, like, I mean, obviously you're going to put a partition in this because it is a cargo van, and only a fool would drive a cargo van around without a partition. You'll get killed by your cargo if you ever get in an accident. So that's about all I got right now. Maybe I'll think of some other things to point out at the end of this video. Another quick thing, the sound system is actually really good for a work van. You got your mids in the door, the lows, and then you get tweeters up top, and it actually sounds pretty damn good. I listen to a lot of loud techno music, so that's a nice feature for me. Now, another thing is I'm not surprised to find poor build quality items in a 2021 or 2022 vehicle. Like, I mean, with all the supply chain issues and everything like that, like, you can expect stuff to not be great. The dealer did point out that this fell off. It's like Ford didn't even design it to stay in place. There are no tabs that are supposed to hold it built into this. So it just fell down. They managed to pull it apart and tape it with duct tape from the back, but the first time I touched it, it fell down again. The dealer is going to make that right, but currently that part is not available. So I got that for now. I don't even know what that button does. Dome lights. Okay, so I learned one more thing, which is annoying. When it's not in low and you have it in drive, so normal D, and you give it the beans, you get everything it's got, and it is pretty fucking quick. I mean, I don't have any cargo in here, but I mean, it's got some balls. But then you don't get full regeneration unless it's set to low, from what I can tell. So that's just doesn't make any sense. Like when I'm in high, oh my goodness, like just hitting the D while I already had it pinned, it felt like I hit the NOS. But then when I let off the gas, or when I let off the throttle, I keep saying gas. Here, we'll bring it over to here. I'm doing 70. Okay, so now I'm off the, I have to hit the brake, sorry. This car in front of me. But it gives it some, it's just, the regeneration just isn't quite as strong when it's in D as it is in low. I just wish the regeneration had more punch. It could be something to do with the weight of the vehicle. I mean, it's a lot heavier than a Chevy Bolt, which has roughly the same power output and same exact battery size. So I just would have expected it to have a little more, a little less requirement for brake input. That's kind of disappointment.